Hi folks, I'm Gene McLaughlin. I'd like to welcome you to Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Owen Henry. On this program, the mayor has an opportunity to discuss topics taking place in the township and introduce you to some people making things happen in the township. To that end, we're going to introduce our guest today right now, Anahita Feltz. Anna, good to have you with us.
Thank you.
Anna is the manager of the Silver Linings at Old Bridge, and we're going to be talking at great length about the activities taking place there. And Mayor, how are you doing?
I'm good. Very good, Gene. Thank you for having me
again.
again.
Been a couple of weeks since we were together. Yes. What's happening? You mentioned capital budget work is underway.
It's a very busy time of year for the Township of Old Bridge. All our capital contracts have been awarded, so very shortly, if not already, you'll see our contractors out there paving streets and doing drainage projects, installing new curbing. A very busy time.
I guess.
And we have a lot going on at the town center itself. Our courtroom is being renovated.
So
the town council chambers. It's really going to be a dramatic transformation when people finally do see it. It's going to be like night and day.
Well, the dais is going to be completely
different.
Yeah,
completely different.
That'll be cool.
Modernized, and it needed it. It was an original. Also, our building department is being totally renovated to become more public and user friendly.
Okay.
To have more people able to be standing inside, there's going to be separate windows. It's almost like a bank setting.
Oh, really?
So it's going to be able to.
Where's that going to take place? Upstairs?
No, it's in the existing building department building is being totally renovated.
Okay.
Right now, building department, as everybody knows, is acting out of Anna's building.
Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say that's out of your place.
Yeah, so we're hoping that they all get done before September. We're shortly there, right after Labor Day. That we're back to, but it's a very busy time here in Old Bridge. A lot going on.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mayor. Anna, if I can come back to you.
Yes.
You've had a tough ride, I guess, the last year or so, huh? With
Yes.
COVID,
Yes.
19 and 2020. How did that impact you and your members? How did you communicate? How did you reach out to them? What happened?
So we, COVID-19 was really hard on our older population, as it was on everyone. As soon as the pandemic really began, we took very quick action with administration to close down the building to make sure that everybody would be safe and to really prevent any kind of spread. So we were closed since March 13, 2020. And quickly, 2 weeks after that, we started a virtual community on Facebook and have run virtual programming for the last 16 months. We were able to do some fall outdoor classes at our local parks, at Guy Park and Menino Park, back in September and October. And then we did some outdoor classes this past spring in April, May, and June. And then following discussions with administration, our director of Parks and Recreation, we decided that it would be safe to reopen on July 6th.
Okay. Anna, you mentioned a virtual reach out to people. What was the virtual reach out? Zoom?
Yep, so we use Zoom as our platform for virtual programming. So all of our exercise classes, paint and sketch classes, presentations, mental health presentations, scams presentations we did via Zoom. And we also use our Facebook page to post articles, keep them up to date with any township information that was coming out regarding COVID, vaccines, and all these different things. So it was a really great way for us to really stay in touch with our members during this time of isolation.
Did you have to educate the membership to use Zoom?
Yes, we did. So we actually we used Zoom very early on. We started using Zoom last April, and I actually self-recorded myself using it and posted that video on Facebook so that they could see how easy it was to use. And they all kind of learned it, on their own that way. And now they Zoom all the time.
Okay, now they're all wired in. Huh?
Yes.
Okay, Anna, now you're in a new year. Reopening is underway. Tell us about it.
So we actually reopened on July 6th, and knock on wood, it's been going really well. We do look a little bit different. We are not open for just typically in the past, our doors are wide open and you could just come and attend any classes between the times of 8 and 4 because of some, size restrictions of classroom, and because the building department is in our building at this time as well, we are putting some restrictions on size of classes, so you do have to register in advance. So they register in advance for the class they want to attend, they come to class, and then unfortunately we are limiting socialization at this time, so they do leave after class. But we do allow for them to catch up with each other. We offer 3 programs per day, and we have tried very hard to offer a variety of programs, so we're not not just catering to those who like to exercise or anything like that. We're offering exercise classes, art classes, billiards. So if
Billiards,
they are,
all right.
because we have a lot of pool players that like to come out and play. Presentations today. The last few weeks we've had held technology presentations to teach them about technology even more. It's been going really well, and this is what we're going to be doing for August as well. So we're very happy with how it's going. Our members are very happy to be back, so it's working.
Mayor, I'm sure you like to see this kind of life coming in.
Sure, that was a big staple of our community here.
Right.
You know, and I remember the meeting like it was yesterday when we met with our seniors and
vividly
told them we're going to be closing down for approximately 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh,
We'll get back, and then all of a sudden, you know, it just got worse and worse and worse.
Yeah.
And of course, the seniors being the at-risk population at the time.
yes.
So we just had to act on the
Right.
side of caution.
But
Anna did a tremendous job of keeping everyone
Yeah.
engaged, and I was shocked about how quickly and how efficient they became in technology. They're better than I am.
Really,
now.
yeah.
I mean, to be able to just embrace technology and get on those Zoom meetings, I still have a hard time unmuting myself and backgrounds and all that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
they got it down pat. They did a great job.
Okay, Anna, what can people expect now? Anything brand new you're doing? Or?
So brand new. So yes, like I said, our classes are a little bit different.
Right.
You come to class, but what we have been doing, and we were very upfront with our members before we reopened, we put out a welcome back
saw that
reopening
yesterday,
packet because we wanted them to know what they were expecting when they got to the center. So we were going to check your temperature. You would have to scan in like you used to scan in, and you would attend class. But what we also did to really reassure them, we actually took videos of ourselves cleaning and sanitizing after each class, which we
Really?
are still doing and will continue to do after each class throughout the month of August. And we shared that with them on Facebook. And a lot of members was like, after seeing that video is the reason why I came back, because I saw what you guys are doing. And, so giving them that reassurance that it's safe, it's clean, that's been helping them. We're introducing a lot of new programs in August. We're going to have a cupcake decorating class.
Really?
We're going to have a Mindful Monday mental health socialization hour. We're going to have a crochet class. So we're constantly, even though we're open a little bit different, we're constantly bringing new programmings to our members.
And where do you draw in the talent to teach these classes?
So
Or do you do them all?
So yeah, I do some. I do most of our tech stuff. I kind of run, but we do have instructors for our exercise classes. We have instructors for our paint and sketch classes, and then we have volunteers. So one of our seniors is volunteering to teach our crochet class. And then I'll be doing our cupcake decorating class because that's a side thing that I like to do. But we try to be as resourceful as we can in providing this programming and having the talent to teach it.
Okay, it sounds good. Mayor, question for Anna too. Masks or no mask? How do you handle that?
So-
Masking is big right now.
Yes, so we do not require masks, and we do have our mask policy right in front of our doors at the building, and it was also included in our welcome back packet. It is recommended for those who either are unvaccinated or feel more comfortable wearing them. We've asked our members not to judge one another on either way. It's been going really well. People have been very respectful of each other, and we know that our members are doing what's best for themselves and their friends in staying safe.
Okay.
And that's the same throughout the
sir.
township also. So we're a consistent message. In the township municipal buildings, they're optional but recommended. So we continue social distancing,
Right, I saw that, yeah.
also.
Okay,
So we have a consistent message throughout the campus.
okay. And how many members you have right now?
So we have about 2,000 registered members.
Really? That
Yes,
many?
that many.
That many seniors?
Yeah, which I still don't think that's enough when you think that Old Bridge has over 12,065 and over, if not more once the new census comes out. But we have about 2,000 registered members. Our Facebook page had about 300 active members on that page alone.
Right.
And right now, with the way that we're operating classes, we see about 75 people per day. Before the pandemic, we were seeing about 150 people per day. So right now we're about 50% capacity. So it seems to be going well.
And one thing we talked about off the air, last year you couldn't obviously serve the meals in the building. How do you handle that?
So our Meals on Wheels program, which is also our congregate meal site, quickly shifted to providing meals for everybody that used to come to the center to have a meal. So we work with them on identifying those that were now going to be struggling without that opportunity to come to the center. So the county ended up being so inundated with need that actually our bus drivers assisted with the delivery of meals up until just 2 weeks ago.
Really?
So they were assisting with meal service. So it's worked out really well. We've made sure that no one has gone hungry, and we've actually also used a food bank to assist some seniors who really were struggling as well. So,
You know, Mayor, Anna and I were talking off the air, just a tremendous amount of need, huh?
Yeah, we've seen, there's always been a need,
Yes, sir.
but with the pandemic, the need
Right.
increased.
Yeah, with this, I'm sure.
But we've been up to the task, I believe, Anna, and
yes,
our group has done a great job.
absolutely.
And how about, I noticed in your literature, registration? People have to register now, re-register. How does that work?
So new members have to do their one-time registration. It's a one-time $5 fee for membership, of a lifetime. So that's not bad. And there is a registration form they have to fill out. They do have to come out and show us proof of residency in Old Bridge. If we have members that were returning members but their ID have expired, they can just call us and make an appointment to get their IDs renewed. And then they will be eligible to sign up for classes for the month of August.
And is there an income capability, an income quotient somewhere?
Not for the senior center, because we don't have anything. I would say, well, right now, all of our classes are free, but even before the pandemic, all of our classes were free of charge. We are big on grants, so, I will go out and find those grants that will help us, and our budget through the township helps us cover all the costs. So it's very important because the adult community, the older adult community in Old Bridge, does not have this disposable income to be able to spend it on paying classes and art classes and all these things. So us providing these services and programming for free goes a long way.
Okay. Well, thank you, Anna. Folks, we're getting ready to take a break right now. We're talking with Anna Feltz, who is the manager of the Silver Linings at Old Bridge program here in the township. Please stay with us. We'll be back in a moment to pick up the discussion. We'll talk a little bit about the food bank. Take care.
Caring for a family member can be challenging and lead to countless questions for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education? What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts.
Yes, you.
You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
Hi, folks. Welcome back to Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Owen Henry. Today, our guest is Anna Feltz, who is the manager of the Silver Linings at Old Bridge program here in the township. And if we can pick up where we left off, move a little bit to the food bank, particularly in this time of need. How many residents actually find the need to participate?
So overall, we see at about an average of about 1,500 residents per year.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
and that number unfortunately went up quite a bit in
bet,
2020
yeah.
due to the pandemic. So yes, it's about 1,500 or so.
Wow, that's a lot of people, Mayor. 1,500
Every
people.
every community, Jane, like I said, no one's exempt from it.
Nope.
And it's one of those things that every community, I believe, can conquer.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason why anyone
Should go hungry,
Hungry.
right?
with the amount of food that's thrown away
Oh,
on
I
a daily
know,
basis.
isn't that
and,
ridiculous?
there's just no reason, and I need to thank everyone from the community who stepped up to the plate and came to the donation for our food bank, knowing that there was people in need.
Right. I was going to ask you that. Donations come from who?
Donations come from our community, so all of our residents, our businesses, our schools, also from different partnerships with, for example, ShopRite, Whole Foods, Wegmans.
Yeah.
DuPont is one of our big partners who provides us with monetary donations. Then we're able to go out and purchase things that we need. So we have really partners all over the place.
You know, Mayor, it interests me because for years now we've always had great cooperation from the companies, particularly ShopRite and Wegman, these kind of people, and that goes on.
Yes,
That
it does.
goes on. What do they bring? What donations do you look for? Do you
So-
look for perishables, non-perishables? Do
We-
you have refrigeration over there too,
We
right?
do have refrigeration and walk-in freezer as well.
Yes.
We are always in need for non-perishable items.
Non-perishables.
So that's really one of the biggest thing that we ask for. We also have a lot of people who donate vegetables from their garden, which is fine as well.
Okay.
And then monetary donations are always great. We are able to purchase with grant funding and also private donations, fresh eggs and milk,
Really?
as well as fresh bread and butter for our clients, so that whenever they do a pickup, they are given those items every pickup. So those are great from the monetary aspect of things.
Okay, Anna, in terms of the residents that participate, at one time the residents received pre-packed items according to their needs, and they had shopping carts. How does that work now?
It's still very much the same way. They're actually given a grocery list ahead of their order pickup, and we fill out the cart based on what they need. So they're always getting what they actually need. A lot of other food banks operate where, okay, here are 2 bags, and hopefully there's something in there that you need or want.
Yeah.
And then we also do take into consideration allergies, dietary restrictions,
yeah,
especially
that's
because
gotta be tough.
we do have seniors who have, are either diabetic or need low sodium and things like that. So we try to accommodate those needs as well. So having a grocery list for us to go off of, knowing what their needs are, is a lot easier.
How about the one-time, two-time user who lose their job? Get
So
ill, something
we
like that?
saw
You
a
have
lot
those
of
too?
that, unfortunately, during the pandemic. We were averaging within the first 3 months of the pandemic about 20 to 25 emergencies alone per week.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. And same thing, they're provided with this grocery list. They can fill it out. And then if there's something that we know that they need that we do not have, for example, if somebody has a baby and needs formula, and that's
wow.
something that we necessarily don't always have, we will try to get them a gift card so they're able to go to ShopRite and purchase that formula or diapers or something that we wouldn't normally have on our
Right.
shelves. So that's we address our emergency need the same way that we help our regular clients. So that way, whatever they need at their time of need is what we
Okay.
can provide them with.
Anna, one thing you mentioned off the air, you have a vegetable garden now. You've added to your repertoire.
Yes, so we actually started this vegetable garden about 2.5 years ago with a grant from Columbia Bank right here in Old Bridge.
Okay.
And it was started by our seniors and our summer camp kids. And then with the pandemic hit, it kind of lay dormant. But this past summer, we have been able to revamp the garden with the assistance of our Silver Leaf Plant and Garden Club.
Say that again, the silver leaf.
Silver Leaf, yep.
Okay.
Silver Leaf Plant and Garden Club. I'm very much into branding, so everything I'm going to
Okay,
brand is going to have
good,
the word silver in it.
Instead of a green
like
thumb,
it.
we have a silver leaf.
So a Silver Leaf, and these are members of our Silver Linings program that are part of our garden club, and they actually upkeep the garden. And the garden is located right outside of the food bank. Everything that is grown there goes right to the food bank. And I love that it's outside of the food bank because the clients see it. When they come, they
That's
see
a
the
good
garden
point,
and they see
yeah.
that what we're doing. So it's really nice to have that.
That's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
One thing you also talked about, Anna, when we were discussing the program, was you enjoy partnerships. You try to partner with people, and right now you're looking at something like the school supply.
Yep.
program? What's that
So
all
we're
about?
actually going to be doing hosting a school supply drive this August rather, and we're going to be partnering with the Public Works Department to help us. Donations can be dropped off. Any kind of donations can be dropped off at the food bank on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 to 12. And we're going to be asking the public to help us get the school supplies that our clients will need by dropping off also school supplies. Now, I know that our hours may not be convenient for somebody who's working and wants to drop off. So this is where we partnered with Public Works, and they will be accepting donations on our behalf, school supply donations on our behalf at the recycling center.
Down the recycling,
So exactly.
okay.
So people will be able to drop off at the recycling center on Tuesdays and Thursdays between 7 and 3, and also on Saturdays between 7 and 12. So that's another way of the community being able to help, and us providing them another opportunity to do so if they are not able to do it during the workday. And we're actually going to be hosting this school supply drive within all of our departments as well. So we're going to
Really?
get our departments involved
Okay.
and have and assist also with the donations. So this is a nice way to get everybody really helping.
Okay, this is another way you can perform outreach to those less fortunate. Pick up school supplies for their kids.
Yep,
That's the
and that's a
purpose.
big need. And with schools reopening fully in September, the need is going to be there. It was not as much this past year, obviously, but the need is going to be there for school supplies. And we have more clients now than we've ever had before, and a lot with children. So we're going to
Yeah.
definitely need it.
Okay, and one thing we haven't touched on is the hours, your availability over there. What are your hours? What times you open? What days you open? And is there a phone number that you can be reached at?
Yep, so the food bank is open on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 10 a.m.
to 12 p.m.
Okay.
And people can call the food bank at 732-721-5600, extension 2022, to get more information on becoming a client or about donations. And they could also visit our website at oldbridge.com/foodbank.
Okay. And is there anything else you'd like to add? You've covered this beautifully. I was just wondering, are there any other points you'd like to bring out that we haven't touched on?
No, I mean, I'm very excited to have our seniors back at our center. It's really great to hear their voices and hear the music going throughout the building. And we just will continue to do our best to make sure that our members are safe. Everything that we do, we have safety in mind. I want to, thank administration for really being there for us this past year, and we appreciate their support and of our continued program. A lot of other senior centers, unfortunately, kind of shut down during this time,
Yes.
but we didn't do that, and that was because of the support of our administration, our council, our business administrator, and obviously our mayor. So
Right.
we're very thankful for all of their
And
help.
you might want to mention the reaccreditation.
Oh yes, one of the
Yeah.
big things
That was really big.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
So we actually became accredited for the first time by the National Institute of Senior Centers 5 years ago, and we were up for reaccreditation during the pandemic. We did not let the pandemic hold us back. We put together an entire committee of individuals who helped us with our process, and we became reaccredited April of 2021 for the next 5 years. And we're happy to say we're still the only center that's accredited in Middlesex County and one of 3 in the state of New Jersey.
What criteria are used to measure accreditation?
There are 9 standards that have been put together by the National Council on Aging and the National Institute of Senior Centers that we must meet in order to achieve accreditation. It's a lot of work. The binder ends up being probably thicker than this.
Really?
And it involves a lot of people. We had about 14 individuals from the entire community, really, that was part of our accreditation process. And but to me, I find accreditation to be invaluable. It's great to be able to brag about
sure.
it,
Yeah,
but it
nice
also
bragging point,
it really
yes.
keeps us accountable, and we're always providing at a standard of excellence at all times.
What kind of things do they use for accreditation? Though you mentioned nine things. What's a couple of them?
So they look at our purpose of the center, they look at our programming, they look at our operations, they look at our building. There's different criteria that have to be met in all those different types of categories in order to meet accreditation. We have excelled in programming, has been one of the factors that they've have noticed our reviewers. Also our building, they have admired our building and its setup and its use. And then our staff, the dedication that our staff has. So we do a lot with a little bit sometimes, but I think that that's what makes us great. So.
Yeah. And it's a great process to go through, Gene, as you know. to have, when you're a professional like Anna and her to be reviewed by other professionals.
Right.
You know, and they set the bar pretty high. And we came up to that bar and it exceeded in many
yep.
different places. So it's just a great exercise to go through. And I would recommend anyone in town go through accreditation because you put yourself out there.
Yep.
I mean, you can come back and not get
accredited.
You
Yep,
could
there's
be-
opportunities not to.
Yeah.
The one thing I quickly will say
Please,
is our peer reviewer actually commented on our Mayor Henry being involved in the accreditation process. There's a lot of times and a lot of reviews she has done where the mayor just comes in and waves and leaves. And for the fact that he was involved in the whole process, attended the meetings and everything else, she was really fascinated by that. So she saw the support of the town behind the senior center was great. And I think that really stood out for our peer reviewer.
Well, Mayor, I think that reflects on you, though. You seem to be vitally involved in every project here in the township.
Well, as again, Gene,
Yeah.
I want to do what's best for the town, best for its employees, and I thought it was a great thing for them to go through.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, the residents get, you know, the accreditation, you know, in place, but it's also a great exercise to go through, as I felt with other people, and I think brings out the best in them also. So it's something that we should do.
Okay. And I'm looking forward, if I can ask you to put your crystal ball in operation right now, as the reopening takes place, as the year winds on. Anything really new you're looking for, new initiatives, or?
So we have our big Senior Center Month coming up in September. That's always a big event that we partner
I'm
up
sorry,
with
I
the
didn't hear what you said.
Senior Center Month.
Senior Center Month,
Yep.
okay,
So that's in
sorry.
September. So we always do a big event with the mayor. Usually does a proclamation, and we highlight all of our programming. We try to come up with new programming ideas as well. I always have tons of ideas, and I look forward to really being able to implement those ideas once we're able to reopen more like we used to be. So we're ready, and but we're going to keep doing what's best for our members for now.
Mayor, if I may pay Anna a compliment here, it seems that the Silver Linings operation has really blossomed under Anna's tutelage.
It's in very good hands. Yes.
Yeah, it's
We're lucky to have her.
Yeah.
And so we're adult, and Anna's involved in a lot of other things
Thanks,
too.
yes.
Not only the Silver Linings, so she's a
Thank you.
valuable resource here in town.
Okay, one last question, Mayor, or one last comment, if I may, we overlooked at the beginning. How's Control Farm going?
Okay,
Our
Control
other
Farm
favorite
is moving.
project.
It's moving. The utility work has been done the past few weeks. The sewer has been run to the site.
Really?
Water has been run to the site. Electrical services run to the site. We're getting started on the actual site work of the parking area, which is going to be just off Cottrell Road on the corner. So that today, as a matter of fact, I just saw a lot of the underground piping has been dropped off.
Nice.
So that's moving along. We can't wait.
Okay, I'm glad
Hopefully
to hear
we'll
that.
be. Hopefully we'll take a show on the road one day here, Gene, and
Yeah,
go
it'd be
show the
great to go over
progress.
there with the cameras and show
Yeah,
people
you'll
around
be
a
very
little bit.
impressed with the interior of the house, the way it come, the exterior of the house.
Right.
Everybody who drives by it really says, "Wow."
Okay,
know,
well, that's
we're
good
looking
news.
good.
We will definitely get over there and do
Yes.
something with that.
Please.
And I want to thank you for coming in today.
Thank you. Thank you for having
I
me.
want to congratulate you on the great job you're doing
Thank
over
you.
there. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Hopefully the environment will calm down a little bit.
Yes.
People will get healthier and
Yep.
fitter and,
Sure, Gene, that's our biggest fear, that this kicks up again.
I know.
Exactly.
So
That's what I
we're
was
all
gonna
keeping our
mention.
fingers crossed. We're just praying
Yep.
that we can just keep moving forward.
Okay.
So.
Again, Anna, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Folks,
Thank
this
you,
has
Mayor.
been
Thank you,
a
Mayor.
discussion about the food bank and about the reopening of the Silver Linings program here in the township under the care of Anahita Feltz. And we'll be doing more programs on that. We want to keep you involved. Anna says there are numbers to call. There's days they're open. You should look at that. It's on the website. And again, Mayor, thank you.
Thank you, Gene.
Take care.
See you next time.
See you next time. Folks,
Thank
this
you.
has been Old Bridge Outlook with Mayor Owen Henry. I'm Gene McLaughlin. We'll see you next time. Take care.